Hey, man.
What's up?
Don't you think it's about time for a 240 video?
Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's head down to the garage.
All right.
All right, everyone, welcome to the garage. So the last time you saw the 240 was my in-depth review, but right before that, Chris Fix helped me do a super clean treatment to it. And earlier in the series, I posted a simple question of what direction that I should take this car, because it's in fantastic shape for being almost 30 years old, and I've had an absolute blast driving it. In fact, I've put almost 2,000 miles on it. But it's an old car, it has its faults, it can definitely use some love in certain areas, which basically makes it a blank slate to do really whatever we want. I really appreciate all the feedback and suggestions you guys gave me on that discussion video because it really helped me nail down that direction. Ever since I bought this car, I had a certain vision for it, and it was really cool to see that a lot of you also shared that same vision, so basically what I'm going to do to this car is a resto mod project. What I mean by a resto mod is that I'm not going to be turning it into a drift car or a race car. There's a lot of other people that have done that already, but I believe in preserving classics. I want to preserve the original character of this car and basically bring it back to life. But I also want to make it faster, I want to make it stop, I want to make it handle better, and just make it into a wonderfully enjoyable driver's car that you can not only daily drive, but when you come up to a show or anything like that, somebody walks up and be like, man, that's a really clean 240. And then they pop the hood and like, whoa! As far as making this thing faster, the aftermarket support on these cars is absolutely incredible, which is why you can do just about anything that you want to it. My initial plan was to possibly rebuild the stock single cam KA and put some bolt-ons on, but the more I thought about it, it wasn't different enough. I wanted to do something wild, so everything that you see here is gone. I'm going to do a complete powertrain swap. I know it's going to be more money, it's going to take more time, it's going to be more labor intensive, but the end result is going to be sick. This car will be a beast. I've had a lot of questions about this on social media, so I'll go ahead and say that I'm not going to be doing an LS swap because I don't really think it fits this build. Let me go ahead and tell you what I am going to do though, except for the engine. I'll let you guys guess on that just a bit longer. Before I get the engine put in, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done in the meantime. I want to make sure the car is stopping properly and handling on point, so the first thing naturally to do is wheels, tires, brakes, and suspension. To the left, I have an ISR Pro suspension kit, which will give me some extra adjustability and replace a lot of the worn out stock components, and it'll pair up nicely to a set of EnjukuRacing coilovers that I have on their way. So I'm really looking forward to getting all of that put on, but I also need a 5-lug conversion and a full brake upgrade. If you're going to do part of something, you might as well do everything, and that's what I plan on doing, just to make sure everything is reliable, either new or remanufactured, just to keep everything fresh. So all the way around, Z32 brakes from like a 300ZX twin turbo, 4 piston calipers in front, 2 piston in the rear, with all of the accompanying hardware like the emergency brake, brake booster, master cylinder. So like I said, it's going to be a lot of work, but when it comes together, this thing is going to handle and ride like a dream. I've looked at a lot of different aftermarket wheel options, and while I have narrowed it down to a handful, let's be honest, wheels are very expensive, so I want to make sure the rest of the car is right before I go and put all that money into wheels, but I definitely needed something that would give me some extra flexibility to go ahead and do the brakes and all that kind of stuff. The 15 by 6 inch stock wheels, while they look really cool, they just won't cut it, and I'm sad about that. But I ended up stumbling upon these GTR wheels on eBay. They were a fantastic deal. I love that they're period correct Nissan. They're made of forged aluminum, and I think they're going to look really cool with the car. Like I said, I'm going to be running these Cooper RS3 G1 all-season tires, which should give me a good balance of performance and grip for these colder times, but when it starts to get a bit warmer and the project starts to evolve, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to upgrade to a wider tire and maybe even a wider wheel, so these may not be on the car permanently, but in the meantime, they're going to look really sweet. In case you are wondering about all of the parts, even though this is going to be a complex build, I was fortunate enough to find the majority of everything that I needed through EnjukuRacing, so they've been really helpful when it comes to, balancing budget and performance and helping me narrow down the right parts, so huge thanks to them. I'll put all of the links to the parts that I've gotten so far in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself. So with everything I'm going to have going on under that hood, it's going to be a lot of cooling needs. So I ended up getting a bunch of stuff from Mishimoto recently, including this very large and beautiful polished aluminum radiator, electric fans, and a front-mounted intercooler.
An intercooler?
Yeah.
What do you need an intercooler for?
Oh, for this. the crown jewel of said future engine.
What?
A brand new big old Garrett turbocharger. This baby is rated between 340 and 650 horsepower. This thing is going to be ridiculous. I can't wait to share more information with you guys. This thing, it's just going to be wicked. Like I said, all of the parts that I'm using, the links can be found in the description box below. As far as cosmetics, right now the primary focus is going to be with performance, so I'm going to save the cosmetics for later on. I think that's probably the smart thing to do. But being a resto mod, everything is going to be completely refreshed and give the car a fresh coat of paint in the original Midnight Blue Pearl, which has kind of a purple flake in this light, which, I mean, it's a really pretty color. And, you know, no crazy body modifications or anything like that. Try to keep that original character. I think I might run into fitment issues with larger wheels. I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but I'm really looking forward to this project. I think the car is going to look beautiful. I think it looks beautiful right now with, you know, just all of the patina from being almost 30 years old. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to stay tuned next time. Leave a like and subscribe today. There's always a lot more where that came from. Take care, everyone. Boot. Come here. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Come here. Come here.
Like and subscribe.